Hello and welcome to Willow Inn's Home and Garden. Today I wanted to show you guys this really large, beautiful dragon fruit plant that I have right here. And I actually got it from a nursery last spring, and it was about maybe to this point right here. And in 1 year it flushed all the growth all the way around to over here and all the way right over to there. But what I wanted to show you was how I grafted on these tiny Ecuadorian Plura dragon fruit seedlings, which is just those yellow dragon fruit you see in the grocery store. And these are the successful grafts right here, here, and here. And all I did was I used electrical tape and covered them with saran wrap, and then this plastic bag, and then a paper bag to block out the sunlight. And obviously there's a little more to it. You want to use a very sharp knife or razor blade to get a very clean cut, and you want to line up the woody stem, the center of the cutting, and to also the same of the rootstock that you're grafting onto. And I wanted to also highlight how the size difference. This is like, it was a piece that was grafted on originally, where it was just a small little piece like this that I grafted on. And what happened was, over the winter, that graft was successful, and what I had was something more about this size in growth, and it was a little bit smaller also because of not being in as strong of sunlight, being inside during the winter. And what we had was, when I brought the dragon fruit outside this spring, I didn't shelter it enough from the direct sunlight, so the graft ended up sunburning and failing. And with the aerial roots that I had, I put them directly into the soil here in this pot, and that's what these two plants are now right here. And as you can see, because it's been in stronger sunlight now, it's been pushing this larger growth through here. But this spring, I took some cuttings off from this to use as grafting material right here, and then from there, we got this larger growth right here. And by now getting this more mature growth, we'll sooner be able to get fruit, potentially, out of these seedlings. And obviously, it being a seedling, it's not going to be true to type, but it should be fairly close, and if it is, I'll be quite happy with it. Because the yellow dragon fruit, or Ecuadorian Plura, is definitely one of my favorite, if not my favorite, that I've tasted of dragon fruit. And so being able to graft that onto this one, which I'm not even sure what it is a big win to me anyway. Now this second plant over here, I'm going to graft on a sugar dragon seedling eventually, and I'll probably do that pretty soon here. And stay tuned if you want to see how I'm going to go about doing that, because those ones are still about maybe this size or so. Now if you're curious about the actual dragon fruit care, how I've been taking care of this dragon fruit here, it's actually in all sand, and I've been just top dressing with compost or juicing scraps actually, and I haven't fertilized it with any synthetic fertilizers, or I actually did use an organic granulated fertilizer, but that was it, and it was only just once in the spring. Mainly it's just been the fruit scraps and stuff and juice pulp that I've been putting on here. Now if you're interested in learning more about taking care of dragon fruit, two YouTube channels I really learned a lot from was Grafting Dragon Fruit and Rare Dragon Fruit here on YouTube. And it's fascinating to see how well this dragon fruit is doing here, because I'm actually on the East Coast and we have a lot more humidity than on the West Coast, where those YouTube channels are based out of. And if you want to propagate your own cuttings, just setting them up in some sand, it doesn't have to be moist sand or anything, and just making sure that they have adequately warm temperatures should be enough for them to go ahead and start rooting on you. Because yeah, these two I've rooted already. That one I didn't even really stick there, but that's really all you need to do, is just make sure they don't rot and that you have adequately warm temperatures, and they should root on you pretty well. And as you can see, they're in a little bit of a sheltered spot from the sun. You don't want them in direct sunlight. And they're behind these avocados and starfruit trees because east is actually this way. So please let me know if you enjoy this type of content and leave me a comment on why or things I might change. And you guys have a great rest of your day.